I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
I'm kidding. No, I'm a mommy.
A mom of what? A dog?
Sweet taters. The sweet taters. Sweet taters. The sweet taters.
And now, it's time for the Sweet Potato Podcast featuring Matt and Theryn.
Can you hear my AC?
No,
Okay.
no, it's good. No, the
Good.
noise suppression's good actually. It's good. Yeah. So Theryn's on vacation, and he's in Argentina getting his toes plumped, getting toe surgery.
Is he getting those little like fishes that eat at your feet that give you like
Yeah.
sickness?
What
Yeah.
what show was that?
Victorious?
Victoria? It was a Victoria's app. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jesse Solomon sucked his toe, so he has to go get toe surgery in Argentina.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually checks out.
Do you think that? Yeah. Do you think that Do you think that Jesse Solomon got any disease from the toe suck?
Probably not because I think
They're
I
clean feet.
yeah, I think the feet's pretty clean. Like maybe if you suck like a grimy toe that's been like sitting there in the open for a little bit, then maybe. But you know.
Not a grimy toe, child. Not a grimy toe. Okay. So today we are here to talk about Love Island USA. But before we talk about Love Island USA, I have some housekeeping to do. First off, are we gonna talk about the fact that my favorite chef from Worst Cooks of America passed away?
Oh, we were talking about this.
Yeah, it's so upset. Anne Burrell died, and I'm very upset. I'm upset because she would have been so good on the Traitors. Like, let's be real, she would have been so good at every show. She was my favorite, and she's dead. Rest in peace, girl.
Rest in peace. I hope you're cooking it up there, you know what I mean?
Do you think she's cooking with Jesus?
Probably. I think so.
Jesus is good. He's a good chef.
He turned water to wine. That's pretty damn,
He's a drink exchanger.
the proof is in the pudding.
That's what they said. The proof's in the funeral biscuit.
Yeah.
Also, another headline. You'd like this. Rob and Mura from Love Island USA are on the Traitors season 4.
This is really exciting.
How do you feel about that?
I'm really excited. As much as people hate on Rob, I will say that I salivate at the chance to see him on my screen. So, whether it's TikTok and I'm watching him pick up little creatures or gaslight Leah on Love Island, either one. I really love it.
Do you think he'll be a traitor or faithful?
I think Traitor's too obvious, but then I'm thinking reverse psychology because then everybody else is thinking, oh, this is too obvious, so they won't pick him.
Yeah, I think that he'll. You know what? I think that Rob will be the faithful of the faithfuls unless he gets murdered. I can see him getting murdered.
I could see it too.
But
I really think they should. I think they should really start like actually visualizing the murders. Like they don't have to actually kill them. Just like Well, no.
They should fake kill.
They should do the scum of the earth, like literally scum of the earth, like child rapists, pedophiles, and put them in there and just like actually kill them.
Wow, Nini.
Wow, Nini.
That's crazy.
Is that a wild idea?
That's a wild idea. That's like something that Christy Nome wants to do. She wants to do a reality show that's all these illegal Mexicans and they get citizenship as the prize.
Yeah, but the difference is these illegal Mexicans aren't evil people.
So you want like...
I want like the worst of the worst, like genuinely like
Yeah.
the cockroach of the human race.
That would be on like TLC.
Yeah.
A TLC exclusive.
You know that Manhunter show? And it's like this man and he's like finding these people in the woods?
No.
It's like scary, genuinely. Like I can't imagine if I was being tracked down. But I'm saying like if you did that and it was just like the worst of the worst people, I wouldn't be distraught,
That's true. Would it be good? It'd be good TV. Although I don't like killing them. Maybe like arresting them. Or like humiliation. like shooting them out of a cannon into like a water park, or like
Okay, I see
water
that.
park slide, no water. You know what I mean?
So that would kill them.
No, it just hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
It just hurt. Oh my God! Wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that? We have a visitor. We have a visitor.
Is it
It's
Walter?
none other than former Vice President Kamala Harris. Kamala,
Oh.
do you have anything to say on the matter? Well, me and Doug, we were watching Love Island, and we're very upset of that Shelly. That's enough of that
That's enough. We'll get there. But can we get Kamala on
on the podcast.
Love Island? No, on Love Island. Like, I want her as a bombshell.
That'd be awesome. She's like,
I've been
I
saying this
really
a lot.
love you. I really love all of you. You're spectacular people. You're spectacular people. They're spectacular people. These Casa Amor. We're gonna send them to Casa.
What if we put all politicians in Love Island?
JD, he's sexy. JD coupled with Usha, and we send him to Casa Amor,
But
where
what-
the illegals go to Casa.
Oh my God, Elon and Trump would be like the biggest Casa Amor breakup. Like, it would be like that.
I am recoupling. I'm recoupling with Donald the Donald. I'm recoupling Donald. Glitch. He'd be glitching. He has glitches.
I say this
Which
a lot,
is-
and I think I've said this to like 15 different people, but I really want to be a chopped bombshell. So Love Island, if you're like hearing me, I want to go up into there. I want to stir up absolutely nothing. I don't want to break up any relationships. I just want to be the chopped bombshell of the season.
I was telling Alyssa this. I was saying, we should have like they should put like the 1,000-pound sisters as bombshells, and just
I
see
agree.
what happens. Like
It's like
Tammy.
a social experiment.
Yeah, because I think it's
You know what?
rude.
But
I think it's rude.
people are evil to Hannah last season, and she's not
I
even really
know.
plus size.
No, not at all.
So, guys, what are we doing right now?
But Hannah has her own issues.
She does. You see, she got baptized. She lost a lot of weight too. Honestly, you know what? I applaud you, girl. Lose that weight,
yeah.
change your makeup routine, get baptized, see God. I don't know. I guess
I
you
don't
need
know.
it.
I think her parole officer probably told her to see God, and
She took it seriously.
she took it a little seriously. Other headline. What's your feeling on Love Island Beyond the Villa, the new television program?
Okay, I will tune in the first episode, and if I think it's cheesy or annoying, then I'm not gonna watch it. But it's giving like too much Lifetime reality. You know what I mean?
It's
giving like Dance Moms.
bad Vanderpump Rules.
It's giving Dance Moms, like how it's scripted. Like all the arguments are gonna be scripted because there's no way Kayla and Liv actually argue about her getting a spray tan and her not telling Liv.
And
like, what the fuck is your problem?
Like, the show's a little too like. It's a little too. I don't know, like thirsty maybe.
No, I agree.
And I think it's a little too thirsty with their casting choices, frankly.
And honestly, like they were like talking about like, here's what I'm worried about, right? There are already rumors that Serena and Cordell are a PR relationship, and this show seems to be promoting that idea.
Yeah.
But
well, he's in it as like a guest. He like comes in and out, from what I understand. He's like in a friend role. Where I find it weird that Connor's a cast member.
He's like a main cast member, right?
He's an official main cast member. He's in this poster. Why isn't Nicole a main cast member? She probably didn't sign on, but
yeah, I don't think she wants to do it. Honestly, I think after like they have like a conversation, her and Kendall. I think after that conversation, I think she's like officially done. Like she doesn't ever want to talk about it ever again. And honestly, her, I get it.
I feel like personally, and I'm sure he probably didn't sign on, Rob should have been in Connor's position.
I think so too. But if Rob's doing the Traitors, then
he's doing the Traitors, which is significantly a bigger platform than Love Island Beyond the Villa. Even though they're both on Peacock, the Traitors is like the most watched show, other than Love Island. But I don't think this will be a hit, unfortunately. But I will tune in for the first. I'll give it 3 episodes, and then I'll see.
Probably fizzle out.
But speaking of that, Janae's also on a show right now. She's on Destination X, which is like
I saw that.
Yeah. So
she's on a billboard.
They're all doing like their own stuff. I could see Leah and I could see Leah doing the Traitors, and I can see Serena doing it as well.
I could too.
But I'm glad they picked this cast. It's a good cast other than Connor.
Yeah.
And frankly, Kenny shouldn't be a main cast member. No offense. I think he should be a guest. He doesn't
If
add
Cordell's
anything.
a guest, then Kenny should be as well.
Well, Cordell's a guest because he didn't sign on because he had another project. So I don't know.
I think Connor is just like the reason I have a problem with him being a main cast member is because he wasn't even really a main cast member on the freaking show. Bitch, you were in there
That's
for
what
like
I'm
5
saying.
seconds and then you were out of it.
That's like if Jalen got a fucking Jalen season 2. Like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, like I'm sure Connor's a lovely human being. He seems fine, but like
Well, he
genuinely,
didn't do my cameo when I bought it. He didn't do my cameo.
Maybe he was busy.
Doing what? Doing what? Waiting for the call from Peacock for this fucking show?
Yes.
Sitting at the landline for 6 months?
He's on Tinder right now, so probably that.
Yeah, no wonder he's on Tinder. He's thirsty
He's still
as
trying to
fuck.
find. He's still trying to find love of his life. You know.
Couldn't find it the first time because it's just not giving, as Leah once said.
No, I get it though, because once I saw that clip of him crawling under the ping pong table, it would have been over for me too. So
it's a problem.
Really
well,
okay.
Speaking of that ping pong table, we should get into the Love Island USA 7 debrief. Frankly, our last 2 debriefs, week 1 and 2, they've been pretty short and pretty tame.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the action really hit this week.
It was like a whirlwind.
I mean, Hurricane
so
Huda. Hurricane Huda was a category 5.
I will say though, the more I've been watching the show and hearing what people think, I really do think Huda is getting a really bad edit.
I kind of agree, and I actually really like Huda again, but because this is the thing, I can watch this and like appreciate the messiness and appreciate her being diabolical, but some people online don't feel the same.
So here's the thing, right? I don't like Huda, but I do think she's getting a bad edit. And I think she is a deeply unstable woman. Would I ever want to be friends with her? No.
Not deeply unstable, child.
She's got stuff she needs to work out, and that's okay. We all do. I was deeply unstable at a point in my life. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
Still are.
But I think this is not the same. Like I think this is a bad environment for her. 1, 2, they don't get any sleep, so she's just heightened crash out like 24/7.
They also just eat like avocado toast all day.
No, I know, and pancakes. And I'm in tight swimwear, bitch. I'd crash out too, the same way.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
It's just crazy.
We'll get into it. So let's start off with her first crash out. So Jeremiah. Okay, so hold on. So let's calm down for a minute.
Okay.
So last episode we talked. I'm pretty sure it was the episode that Paige DeSorbo was on, where they did that the woodchuck challenge.
Yeah, that Hannah got hurt in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
well,
they have to stop filming.
And then Paige said on her podcast that she had she almost fainted and they had to send her to the hospital, which is wild. But Huda crashes out because Jeremiah goes on a trio date with Iris, the new bombshell. And that set her off, but also the fact that he was kissing Iris, or no, he was kissing Alandra in the shed. That also set her off. But this time, Huda, she yells at him in front of everybody, and it was kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
For me, that is just the name calling. Sierra hit it right on the head. You need to cut the name calling out, because at the end of the day, you're a grown ass mother, and imagine your child seeing that. I'd be fucking embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed, genuinely. And I mean, Leah too, when she was name calling and all that, I was like, girl, we need to roll it down a bit, because it just gives immature. We're not in high school anymore. Please.
Well, after that though, fucking Jeremiah, he talks about Huda with the boys, and then Huda, the next day she goes and she listens into this conversation. She's peeking behind the wall, listening to the conversation, and she is scream crying. She flips him off, calls him a pussy ass bitch in front of everybody, and all of these people are so uncomfortable.
They're all fed up.
They're all like, "Oh, you should not have listened to that." And yeah.
People were being upset at the girls and the boys for not being more supportive. I get it though. It is so overstimulating to be in that situation every day that you wake up, right? This couple is fighting all the time, right? And you're in the villa and you have to support both of these people, but you both like you think they're all insufferable. Like
Well,
I wouldn't want to be near any of these people.
my issue is Huda's main issue. Huda seems to be mad at Jeremiah mostly because he's coupled up with Iris now, which isn't in his. That was not his
Power.
choice because America voted for Iris to
Yeah.
be coupled up with Jeremiah, Jalen to be coupled up with Olandra, and then
Pepe,
Pepe
Hannah.
to be Hannah, which is how Charlie got sent home.
Yes.
But with that being said, Jeremiah didn't pick to be with Iris.
No.
And I don't
No.
think he should be getting shit for that. I
I
think
don't
he
think
should
so
be
either.
getting shit for little comments like stop acting like a mom and
Yeah.
stop telling me what to do, stop being a mom.
I
That's
also
Loki so condescending.
It is. And I think also like a big part of her problem wasn't just that he coupled up with Iris, but because he did not talk to her. He didn't pull her for a chat after it happened. He did not comfort her. And even Nick was like, dude, I'd be pissed too. And the answer is yes, I would be pissed.
What? Since when did Nick become the voice of reason? I'm being so real.
I
This man
actually
week
really like
one.
I
This
actually really like Nick.
this man week one was such a problem, and I don't know what happened, but he is like the voice of reason now.
I genuinely really like Nick. I think he looked like a villain when he was with Baldasha, right? But I
Beldasha,
think
which speaking of Beldasha, she has not gotten her social media back yet.
mm,
And everyone's like, is she gonna be a no, she's not, guys. Stop getting
I
your
don't
hopes
think
up.
she is.
Speaking of Nick, now that we brought that up, I found this TikTok.
Es Nicolás y estoy aquí para decirte que vaping es
Is this him talking Spanish?
Yep.
vaping es más popular con los niños de la escuela de secundaria.
He's talking about the problems of vaping in his high school, but he's saying it in Spanish.
That's honestly iconic.
Vaping is más problemática. Yeah.
And here's the thing, though. I like Nick, and I genuinely think that he's probably a really normal person outside of the villa. And I think Jeremiah is too low key. I just don't like the way Jeremiah acted in the villa. But like honestly, he's just a little nerd. He's just a little nerd trying to be normal.
Mamacita? Yeah.
Mamacita?
So
Mommy?
Huda and Jeremiah later that night decide to have a one-on-one in the speakeasy. It didn't go well, guys. It didn't go well. Just want to tell you, it didn't go well. It's intense and chaotic, but like the entire time Jeremiah, okay, low key is gaslighting. I'm not gonna lie, is
He
gaslighting
is a
or
gaslighter.
he's a gaslighter. But then, like, they'll do shit like the next day. They'll be like, "We'll have a one-on-one though to clear the air." This is like their fourth one-on-one to clear the air, and he's like, I want to start over as friends." But then she basically is like, "Well, fuck that. It's really hard to go from lovers to friends." And
Yeah.
not only that, she sees Jeremiah flirting with Iris, and then and because he pulled out her chair for her to sit down,
And she starts crying, yeah.
she starts crying again, and I was like, "Whoa, you gotta give it up, child. I'm sorry.
You're chill.
You gotta chill out."
Yeah, genuinely.
So, before we get into this unlock the door game,
Mm-hmm.
the other couples are not getting a lot of screen time. I'm not gonna lie. Austin and Shelly, it's always like Austin's jealous because of the relationship with Ace,
Mm-hmm.
but Ace and Shelly are fully popping off.
I low-key kind of don't like Ace and Shelly together.
I don't like Ace.
I don't like Ace. I think he's weird. I think he moves weird.
Yeah.
I think we'll get to the bucket challenge, but every single question that asked it could have been Ace. Because Ace, I think, has been playing his cards very smartly and has been planting stuff around the villa and waiting for it all to crash and
Well,
burn.
what about the way he talks to Jeremiah?
Yeah, I think that's weird too, but also I think Jeremiah kind of needs that too. Because I think Jeremiah's a weirdo too, and I think he moves weird too. I think he just chose to get with Iris because he knew that America hated Huda and he didn't want to go down with the ship.
Oh, I fully agree. Now, what do we think about Jalen and
Jalen,
Alandria?
okay, Jalen is so sweet, but I don't think he was right for Landry.
I don't think he was either, but also he was never shown. They don't show Elandria.
Not a lot, no. But I think it's because she's like very unproblematic.
I think it's because she's, or does that mean that she's boring?
But I think on Love Island, boring is a normal person.
Yeah.
You're like regular. You know who's really regular and refreshing, and I loved seeing her? Hannah. She's just so regular. She's such a regular human being
She
that
really
I'm
is.
so refreshed.
And you know who I really enjoy from hating,
Who?
from loathing? Amaya Papaya.
I love Amaya Papaya. She is so sweet and genuine, and I hope she finds the love of her life, because we'll get into it later, but goddamn, someone's pissing me off. Amaya Papaya, bruh.
This is the funniest picture in the world, I think. I will be sending this to every single human being I come in contact with in the next 48 years.
I really have grown to like Sierra.
I always have liked Sierra. People say she's not a girl's girl, but
I think she is.
I think she is, and people are
Clocking
mad.
Huda.
Yeah.
Clocking Huda is a girl's girl move. You have to let your girls know when they're being freaking awful human beings.
Yes.
You have to let them know.
When you're being a jackass, you have to be told that you're being a jackass.
Yes.
Now, I guess like in the mix, we've been seeing our man Austin has been flirting with Amaya Papaya. It kind of comes out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
It comes out of nowhere. It's giving, oh god, someone's going home, so we better save our ass. But that's just my opinion. Amaya, sometimes she's very strong, and she is very strong in her opinions and her beliefs. But I think she goes too hard sometimes. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think she like just like is really like off the bat 100% in everything, which is fine, but I don't think that's Austin. I don't
No.
think that's his cup of tea. Like I think it freaks him out genuinely. And like
Yeah.
I like have to think about the fact that like he was in like a love triangle with Shelly for a lot of the time. So now all of a sudden he has this girl who's all over him. I get it. I'd look, he'd be overstimulated too, but I don't like him.
I don't like Austin and it's not even the TikTok repost anymore. He's just genuinely not interesting. Where even is his picture? I can't even find. There's his picture.
I started to like him a little bit, but now I'm plateauing to how he switches up. But we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Do we get into this on anything before the door ceremony that was worth talking about?
This is still episode.
We're jumping.
We're still episode 13, right?
We're on the. I mean, I'm at the
No,
door.
We're on episode freaking 15, right?
I'm at the door ceremony
that's
right
Megan
now.
G.
So, what do you got?
Oh, we're moving to the door ceremony. Okay.
What do you got before that? Do you have anything of interest?
Let me think about what happened before.
That's the thing, is the episodes before this, other than the Huda fight, was pretty boring and pretty vanilla. I'm not gonna lie. But God, this door ceremony, child, it was kind of crazy.
Genuinely crazy, because
So,
I didn't even know where it was gonna go.
I was scared. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I want to talk about something.
Okay.
Before the door ceremony, I want to talk about how Jeremiah fucking sat down with Huda and told Huda that Iris is not his type, and he would never go for Iris, getting Huda's hopes up that he would open her fucking door. That's evil man shit, Jeremiah. I've tried to defend you. I've tried, but that is evil man shit. Because I would crash out too.
No, I fully agree.
Like, get the.
So they have this recoupling. They have this recoupling ceremony. It's called Unlock the Door. Ariana returns to the villa, and the girls stand behind locked doors as the guys choose the door to open. If it unlocks, they couple up. Okay, first up was Nick. Obviously, Nick went to Sierra's door. Nick went to Sierra's door. The door unlocked as they remain a couple. I was expecting it, and I'm happy that was that.
I'm really happy about that.
Second up was Pepe. Pepe goes to Hannah's door. And guess what? The door freaking unlocks. And I was rooting for these two so hard. I also like Pepe's Heath Ledger Joker tattoo. He has a Heath Ledger Joker tattoo, which is fire.
Yeah,
because
that is pretty fire.
I think he's the Batman.
Batman.
I think he's the Batman. Okay, Austin opens Maya's door. The door unlocks. This kind of blindsides Shelly a little bit. She wasn't expecting it 100%. With that being said, I think that's I think that's
Yeah.
crap. I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit for us to think. That was producery. I'm not gonna lie, but because it didn't go anywhere. Like she was over it after this.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was a little producery in my opinion. But then Ace opens Shelly's door, and the producers got what they wanted. The love story that they've been writing this entire time. Shelly and Ace, a couple together.
It just feels too forced. Like,
I know.
it feels, since they knew each other outside of the villa, it feels like that's her only option. And I don't think it should be, because I don't like Ace. I think he's weird.
He plays weird. He goes weird. So, this was so upsetting. When Jalen goes to Alandria's door and the door is locked.
It's actually sickening, and I feel so awful for this poor man.
I feel awful for him, but I think she made the right choice.
I think she did too.
So
Taylor.
he was left single and vulnerable. Then Taylor opens Alandria's door. Obviously, it opens. They stay a couple. Taylor had some good story this episode where he was, when Huda was crashing out, he kept doing the eye movement. Like, what the heck, guys? What the fuck? When you're in a group setting.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I'm liking Taylor more, but I wish I got to know him and Alandria a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like every time I see Taylor, he's just being a little freak.
He's always being a little, silly though. He's a little silly freak.
Yeah.
Well, this one was crazy, and you've alluded to this.
Yes, I have.
So Jeremiah, he's walking up to Huda's door, and then he does a little pivot, and he goes to Iris's door, leaving everyone mouths fucking on the jaws were dropped.
The way the little pivot, I think, is such a seeded plant. I genuinely think Jeremiah is one of the most plotted. He plots in his head, because that is the exact move that Huda pulled on Nick when she walked up and then spin moved to Jeremiah, and he kept saying would've, could've, should've, which is what Huda would say when teaching people her name. Huda, coulda, would've.
Yeah, it was a problem.
You're shady. You're shady.
Huda breaks down on the ground, cries again, called him a dick, and then he calls her toxic, which then fucking our MAGA Austin starts laughing, and Huda says that he picked the safe option, which is low-key degrading to Iris, but
it's evil. I felt bad for Iris when she started crying.
Yeah.
Because imagine being told in front of all these people and America that you are the safe option, and that the person you're coupled up with is not attracted to you in the slightest.
I'm gonna be so real.
Awful.
If I'm gonna be so real, Huda has stamped herself, I think, into the reality TV Hall of Fame for being an icon and pushing story and moving the season along. Without her, I don't think we'd be this interested in this season.
No, definitely. Okay, I would say definitely not, but I also can't 100% say that, because I think Huda's overbearingness has drained everybody else and does not allow for any other story or room for anything.
Sure, it takes up a lot of room.
The uncut parts of the episodes, I honestly would like to see those uncut things that they showed some on AfterSun. Of just the Islanders messing around. I think that's so much fun.
I'm not gonna lie. They need to cut some of these chats and show us more fun, because sometimes these episodes drag on
forever.
Hey, can we do a chat? And then they just lay there and they go, so you have brown eyes? That's cool.
That's awesome.
I have brown eyes. You have brown hair. I have black hair. That's cool. It's chill. Anyways, you want some pancake? Okay, cool. Wanna go to gym? Wanna go to gym? Cool. It's Big Brother's more entertaining on an off day.
Genuinely, these chats just go on forever, and there's nothing of substance in most of them. So.
Never. Also, these episodes, Peacock, if you're listening, give us a 45-minute episode. I'm sorry. I don't need to watch an hour every day. I truly don't. I'd be skipping some of these scenes because I'm bored.
Mm.
God, that's my plea. Okay, so the bottom two was Huda and Jalen. The cast votes to save one person. This got my heart racing. Because in my mind, I'm like, if they save Jalen's ass and send her home at peak drama, it'd be piss me
Yeah.
off. But they
Yeah.
piss me off. But they save Huda. Even Ace and Taylor stand behind her with the rest of the women, including Iris.
I will say, Ace Ace also is one of the most strategic players I've ever seen on Love Island. He said he refused and only stood behind Huda because he wanted to get Jalen out because he felt that Jalen was literally just stagnant and just blocking everybody else. And he was like,
He
I
would
need to get her out.
Ace would be a good traitor.
No, Loki.
Ace would be a good traitor.
And then Taylor, I think, one, because I think he has a soft spot for Huda, and two, because
He wanted him out because
he
he
wanted
took his
Jalen
girl.
out because literally the last time they were together, freaking Jalen was rubbing up on Olandria's ass. So yeah,
But
I
also, I
vote him
think
out too.
he's also on the right side of history.
No,
Taylor.
definitely, definitely.
So Jalen is done from the island, which is very unfortunate. But I saw that the social media is giving him all of the love that he deserves, and
What a sweet man.
what a sweet man.
He deserves to find love outside of the villa in normal life connection.
I'd like to see him come back next year, maybe
Yeah,
evolved.
yeah.
After seeing yourself on TV, obviously you're gonna be evolved, like Rob was. Well, Rob did the opposite of that, but it made good TV. So, Jalen, we're dumping you from the island.
You are gone, bro.
You're gone, bro, and we gotta make room for new people, okay? Which brings us to game night and new bombshells. This is the Meg the Stallion episode,
Fire.
which was fire. Meg
so
the
good.
Stallion hosts a game night full of twerking and sexy dares.
Yes. So this is right after the night. It picks up right after the night, right? And so then, okay. What is the episode opens with that conversation with Taylor, Alandria, and Huda,
Right.
right? That they're all sitting around and Taylor's
PPG.
like, yes. Taylor's like, I literally saved you. And it like cuts around to a bunch of different islanders saying that if Huda starts acting up, then they're not going to save her a third time.
I think Sierra was like the major leader of that movement, if
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Which I kind of agree with, which gets
I
me
do too.
scared.
I think that if Hood doesn't get together, they should let her go home because, like, girl, they've saved you so many different times, and like, not to mention, like, Hood is kind of like draining all of them.
No, 100%. Their social batteries are at like 10% right now.
No, literally, and their sleep is like 0.
Ariana, so yeah. It's like, I feel like prison, you get treated better than Love Island.
You definitely do. They eat lunch in silence. When they do lunch breaks, they eat lunch in silence. They're not allowed to talk.
Yeah, because if you talk and without being mic'd or camera, you miss information. That's actually most shows. Although I don't understand why there's lunch breaks. I think they should just keep filming all day.
Everyone do lunch. Like, what the flip?
Could you imagine they did that on Big Brother?
Like,
It'd be
it's so
dumb.
strange.
My God, could you imagine they put like fucking Angela in here to stir up
Bro.
shit? Could you imagine? They need gold in Love Island.
Yeah, but I low-key just don't think it would hit the same.
It
I think
wouldn't.
I just think just like having these people young and like hot and full of themselves,
Messy.
it gets messy and I love it.
It's a great program. But yeah, I hope that they save Huda. I think Huda redeemed herself slightly after Hurricane Huda, but only time will tell.
Seriously.
So during her game night, during Meg the Stallion's game night, 2 bombshells entered the villa.
Yes.
Okay, we got Tampa TJ and what's it, Angelina? I still can't pronounce her name.
Angelina?
So-
Angelina?
What do we think about TJ?
Okay, TJ is a Tampa boy.
Yeah.
And go Spartans. And I'm hearing that every single girl from Tampa has snapped him. I've seen this on the fucking gram
Yikes.
and the freaking TikTok, and everyone's like, I know this guy.
Could you imagine like one of our like friends popping up on one of these shows one day
Yeah, I'll have
and just, but not telling us, just find him.
you just find him. And genuinely, I think I don't find TJ that attractive. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's kind of like, I think the point of Love Island is that it's supposed to be like somebody that's like really attractive and like kind of like modelish. And he's giving like a regular guy. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm.
see him in the gas station.
You see him at the Cumberland Farms.
Yes.
Now, what do you think
Like
about Angelina?
I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a perfect bombshell.
For sure.
I think bod tea, face tea, everything tea, really.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And her
Even
personality seems lovely.
her accent too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, a little Spanish. Well, the guys are fucking loving this person, which I don't blame
Freaking
them.
Pepe.
She be clicking with Pepe. They both speak Spanish, and oh my god, if poor Amaya Papaya, because when Pepe walked in the village, she started speaking Spanish. She goes, "I'm from, I'm Dominican. I can speak Spanish." But then this girl walked in, crushed her goddamn dreams because Pepe is infatuated with
up on that.
Angelina, which I don't blame him at all.
I don't blame
He's
him
from
either.
Spain,
But truly, I think that's crazy after him and Hannah did the two spitty combo, you know what I mean? The spitter starter.
I missed that, and then I saw it on TMZ the next day.
Mm-hmm. He was getting up in there, let me tell you. They were really connecting.
So what exactly happened?
He was fingering her. He was fingering her and she gave it the old spit start to get it all lubed up in there.
And they showed this?
Yeah. They showed her spitting in her hand, and there's a vague, up and down movement that you can see his hand. So, I think we know.
Nice. Good for them.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Is it this episode or the episode after this?
What?
That Nick and...
Just what? Let's say it.
Okay, we can go out of order. Nick and Sierra have sex.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it's this one or the episode after this. But... yeah, low-key, per... I just can't imagine doing it in a twin-size bed that are like a centimeter
Why do
apart
they
from
make
each other.
two people sleep in a twin-size bed?
Yeah, it's to increase the closeness. So if it's awkward, you can't be like you
I'm
sleep
telling
on
you,
the other side.
It's the formula that these people have down for this program is genuinely insane.
It's so smart though. It's genuinely like so
Yesterday,
smart.
I showed Theryn that picture of Amaya with the bald filter. This the picture in question. Okay.
Yeah.
And I go, "Did you see what they did to Amaya? She's on the chopping block." And Theryn goes, "What does that mean?" And I go, "The producers make her chopped, and she's on the chopping block because she lost the challenge, and so they shaved her entire head." And he believed it.
No, he did not.
He did believe it. And I was like, "Yeah, she's chopped, so they make her ugly so the men won't like her anymore."
That's crazy.
And I was like, "You know what? They should implement that.
They should just make you chop.
They should do. You're on the chopping block. They make you chopped, and then if the person truly likes you, then and then if not, they send your fugly ass home." Not saying that balds aren't ugly or pretty, but you know what I'm getting from that.
I do.
It's so funny.
I will say that I think freaking what was it? Oh, we didn't even talk about it. So Hood and Jeremiah have one final conversation before we get to Megan. They have one final conversation, right? And it's all like about clearing the air. They almost get into a fight, but low-key this is Jeremiah's fault because Huda owns up to her actions and the fact that she stressed out the villa, but he won't own up to the fact that he also stressed out the villa. Get the fuck out. But she interrupts Iris and him's conversation, which gets under Iris' skin.
That was crazy.
Like bad. Iris is like pissed about it, whatever. But she's also like pissed nonchalant. Like
She's
it's a little bit
always
of
Iris is always mad though.
I low-key don't like Iris.
So when we're done with this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a Love Island USA season 7 pyramid.
Okay.
And I was
We can
thinking
do
about
that.
that today, and I'm like, you know what? Iris is towards the bottom because
For me as well.
she's just always like she's always bitching.
She's boring.
And
she's boring.
She's just always bitching and she's boring. And I'm like, what, girl? She got to show us more of her. and
Yeah,
not her complaining about other people.
but I don't know if there is more of her.
Well, there definitely is after tonight's episode.
Well, yeah, that's true. So
Should have sent
anyway,
her ass home.
yeah, I agree. But anyway, so Taylor then is like peeking in on their conversation, and he's like, and then the boys too, all of them that night are like, I don't ever want to hear you talk about Huda again. Like, I'll
Yeah.
literally kill you. Like, they're all fucking bitching and moaning, and I get it because I would be too. Like, don't tell.
Well,
Like,
why are
don't
you
ever.
talking about her if you treat her shit like shit and you say you're done and you've already moved on, you're already coupled up with somebody else? Get the fucking
Like, just don't talk about it. It's fine.
move
We're
on,
really okay.
King.
Um,
Well, so I guess like the other part of the episode was, Angelina starts macking out with Jeremiah as they're playing the great song "Close to You" by Gracie Abrams. I cringed fucking watching this
yeah,
because he's doing another woman. Jeremiah loves doing women dirty.
he really does.
But like I don't know if you've noticed, but like when they were kissing, it was awkward to watch.
It was. I don't think Jeremiah knows how to kiss. I'm gonna be
I
real.
don't think he does either. Because then he cuts to confession and goes, "Damn, bro, her lips are like so soft, bro." And then I'm like, we didn't get her reaction because she probably was like, "This man's disgusting."
It's probably a bad freaking kiss, bro. Oh, we didn't even talk. Okay, can we talk about the twerk off real quick?
Yeah.
Huda is not beating the midnight dancer allegations. And honestly, power to you, girl. Because the heel click where her feet tap and then open, that is a
Yes.
midnight dancer move.
Yeah.
So girl, I'm proud of you. Own it.
Now that
Alendra,
would be an
fucking
interesting
crazy.
reality show.
Yeah.
What about when Amaya was trying to?
Oh. Yeah. No. Austin too. I was like, damn, what the fuck is it? Ace? Babe, you were not twerking.
Ace is giving one of those people that like wouldn't dress up for dress up days in high school.
Yeah. And genuinely, freaking Taylor, okay. Taylor like gave me secondhand embarrassment. If I was Alandria, I would have gotten the ick. I'm not going to lie.
Can I be real? Most of what Taylor does gives me secondhand embarrassment.
Me too. Like when he busted out of those straps and he like fell. He's like a cartoon character.
We talked about this last episode, but can we talk about how Jeremiah was or Austin was being a labubu?
Yes, his labubu teeth.
Labubu teeth Austin?
He has labubu teeth. Also, why was he just staring at Jeremiah?
So weird. I'm gonna be so real. So when you sent me that TikTok, I only
Yeah.
caught on the part where I didn't read anything. I only was like, "Oh my god, that's so funny!" Look, they were staring at each other. Then I shut my phone off. Then it came back up like the next day, and I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, he has labubu teeth."
He does have labubu teeth.
I didn't clock it.
He has labubu teeth. I genuinely like never seen anything like that before.
No, Love Island labubu.
Love Island labubu. They should make that, and it's just
It's just like Huda.
Yeah. The limbo challenge? Okay, can I just say Iris did not fucking try. Literally, Hannah was like back breaking,
Bro.
and Iris
Hannah is a
just
D1.
watched.
Hannah's a D1 athlete. Hannah tries in all the challenges, is the personality, and has a relationship. That's all three. All three pillars.
Have been knocked off. Like,
I have a feeling, then we'll get to it, but I don't think Hannah's. I think this is. It's not goodbye forever for Hannah, I think. Not in Love Island, but I think that it's not goodbye forever for her journey.
definitely not. Maybe they'll bring her
Because
back
I think
on next season.
I think so. Because I don't think viewers are very happy right now.
No, definitely not.
So Nick and Sierra, you kind of alluded to this, but how about their intimacy and how he describes it as quick but enjoyable?
Yes, because he said that all the tension from the past week and him being like irritated, but also he was just aroused and he just busted.
He's
fast.
like, so from what we understand, Hurricane Huda turned into like a little bit of a hailstorm, and it still affected Nick's performance abilities, but you know he apologized to her. Okay, cringe.
I get it though, because I'm sure she wasn't, thrilled with the fact it
No,
lasted 25 seconds.
I don't think she's. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what happened to my camera?
Oh,
What?
oh, and I
What's that?
oop. Wow,
Oh,
Nini, if it's back. The relationship is definitely re-solidified. Also, he like, was he was he was talking to the new girl. I'm pretty sure, right?
yes,
Yeah.
he was. He was.
They wanted us to think that he would go with her, but we all knew.
He
We all
crumbled so.
freaking knew.
They all. Okay, can I say they dropped the trailer for Casa Amor, and Casa Amor is hitting tomorrow, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Um, and I just want to say that I don't think any of these boys are lasting Casa Amor, except for maybe Nick,
Well, I heard
because I think
the
he has.
girls are going.
Oh, the girls are going.
I heard a rumor.
If the girls are going, I genuinely fear. As long as the boys are hot and it's not another TJ, bro. I think as
Who's
long as the girls are
TJ?
hot. Oh, what's his name?
From last year?
No, 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 no. Like this year, the bombshell.
Oh. Who's TJ?
I was like, is that not his name?
I'm like, who's
No, if
Oh
as long as it's not,
no.
as in like it's not like it looks like a man I see at the
Hold
gas
on,
station. It's like hot people.
I just saw a tweet. It says the Casa Amor girls, when they see Jeremiah's finance has been voted out, but they're stuck with a short man, a D. I'm gonna say that says DL man. I don't know what that means.
A dick loving man.
Oh, okay, that's not
Yeah.
nice. A Trumpy who probably DL too. Yep. A hat fisher, JD Vance. Oh, they said that TJ's JD Vance. That's what Twitter thinks.
Yes, because it does look like that's what it's giving.
It's so they did release pictures of the men.
Pictures of the men or their bodies. I only saw their bodies.
No, no, no. They released pictures of the men today. We have the people, the Casa people.
Yes.
What are you?
Okay. Let me do. So we'll start with the first guy. Um, you know,
Maui from.
yeah, he's. It's giving Polynesian King,
It's giving Polynesian King.
and I think that'll probably intrigue Sierra.
Oh, 1,000%.
I think Sierra and maybe Amaya Papaya.
Oh, 1,000%. She's gonna be down bad for this man.
And he just seems smiley, and maybe that'll be good. This second guy, I low key think this second guy. I think Shelly. These 2 and 3, I think Shelly will freaking like love. I think Shelly will love these 2. I don't know if any of them are giving country enough for Alandria.
No. Well, we haven't heard them talk yet. We don't know anything about them.
That's true. That's true.
Let's move on to our.
Okay, so this is another either Polynesian or Asian baddie, or maybe a mix of 2. But from the tattoos, I think Polynesian.
That haircut's rough, though.
Yes. I don't like the haircut, and if he had a different haircut, I think he would be bad. But this haircut is just not good.
It's a rough ass.
It's not cooking. But
Oh no, he's British.
Oh, fuck.
You see, he's British.
Oh, that's why the haircut's rough.
His name is Zach Z8K. He's British model from London. The picture doesn't do him justice, but he's immature apparently.
Immature? Oh, so I don't think any of the girls will play with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's talk about Jack Harlow.
Harlow, and he's low-key bad as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
It's Jack Harlow.
Bad as hell. And I think Huda.
Huda will grasp on anybody to save her spot in this game.
That's true. I think Huda would be all over him though, and I think Sierra might as well because it's kind of giving Nick dupe.
For sure.
And who else do I think would be all over this man? I think Hannah would be if she was still in the fucking.
Iris, maybe.
Oh, Iris might. I'm not gonna lie. Iris might be all over that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Although Loki, there's something in me that tells me that last boy will be Iris.
Yeah, that's Nick Vile right there. Like he looks just like
Because here's the thing,
Nick Vile.
I think the guy before him, the Jack Harlow dupe, is giving white chocolate. You know what I mean? But this guy after him is just giving like a white man, and I feel
Not
like
white
white.
chocolate
I feel
child.
like white bread is what Iris loves. She loves a white
Look,
breaded man.
it's our favorite friend of the pod, Nick Vile. Don't they not look the
Wow.
same?
They do. Oh, okay.
I
On
don't.
another.
We hate Nick Vile. Nick Vile talks bad about Sierra from Summer House. He calls
Oh
her
my
whore.
god. Oh my god.
He is
On
vile. My
on
opinion.
another note, I will say that the TikTok trend. This is on a whole nother note, but on that TikTok trend where people are like, top 10 white chocolate snacks. I don't think they understand what white chocolate is. Like, if we're going to use it, can we reference it correctly? Like, it's in the second part of the word, babe. White chocolate is like a white person that's black coated. Like, Jenny, like, that's what it is.
Right.
Like, you can't just pull up a picture of, like, Mr. Pillberry and be like, he's so white chocolate. No, babe.
Not Mr.
Missing
Pillberry
the
Child.
point. You're missing the point.
Well, we also
But,
have the
anyway.
girls.
Oh, do we have pictures of the girl?
We have
Oh,
pictures of the
of course I
girls.
knew. They're
So,
all baddies.
unlike last year, so we have this person. It's giving a mixed interracial parents,
Yeah.
and that's fire.
Second one is a baddie.
Yeah,
And
but it's giving Hannah dupe. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
is Hannah Jupe, which is why I think maybe Pepe might like he might love that.
I
I
think
think he
Pepe would
loves
go more
blonde
on the
women.
left. No, personally, I think Pepe's girl is tech is right here.
Mm, I think that's more. I think that's more up Ace's
Ace,
alley. These
it's
these
Ace.
two these two women on the screen right now are giving Ace.
This person is interesting. I think that this person gets my MVP award.
Do you know who this person
I have
is?
no idea.
Oh, oh, she's bad.
Only two women of color though, that we know of.
Mm,
I'm assuming.
this
A
is
little weird.
giving. This is giving. Who do I think this was?
Oh,
Who?
so Zach. Oh, okay. So Zach was from Big Brother UK.
Mm,
So this guy was from Big Brother UK.
I wish the bombshells were allowed to just get with each other.
I know. It's a little weird.
That they're not allowed to. Because Loki, I could have seen Pepe and Iris together. I'm not gonna lie, or even
Yeah.
Iris and Jalen.
I don't know why they're not allowed. Wait, so are they allowed like after say they recouple, can they then do that?
I think so. I just don't think they're allowed to right off the get go, which I think is weird.
Here's a video of them walking. This is the video of the girls
Okay,
and
they're
the
bad.
guys.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Last year's
Casa,
Casa Amor picks were interesting.
what were
So
last year's? Should we?
last year's the boys were giving nothing, genuinely nothing. I didn't think okay, that's not true. I think I found one cute, but like literally, genuinely, there
Oh
was not a lot
yeah,
going. There was not a lot happening.
Catherine. Who's Catherine? I don't remember any
You
of
don't
these
remember?
people.
You don't
I
remember
remember.
Catherine?
I remember Destiny. I remember Destiny. I remember him. But I think I only know him because he's on Cameo for $20. Obviously Daniela.
Mhm.
Obviously Daniela. She made some big moves. And then Catherine wasn't brought in. There was another person who was brought in. Oh, right here. It was Sierra, right?
Mhm. Catherine was brought in.
They
She's the
brought.
one. She's the one that people bullied because they said that she looked like that duck from freaking Chicken Little.
Oh my God, you're right.
Mhm.
Why didn't they
Loki,
bring
that was
in?
evil
Oh,
too.
and they brought in Daya. Daya deserves a second chance.
I
No?
I don't. I didn't like Shia. I think the way she moved once she got into the villa was very disrespectful.
Yes, but we
However,
need to give people second chances. I don't even know her name on the bottom here. She didn't make no way.
no, she didn't, and she was like, I can make Aaron turn his head.
Yeah. Well, how'd that go for you, girl? How did
Clearly
that go for you?
not.
Oh God, JD Vance. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so yeah, he's giving nothing,
he
and
was he's giving nothing. Do
and
we talk
I'm
about
so confused because when he walked in, Shelly was like, he's fine.
people like some people are really like him online and others don't feel the same.
I think his personality's fine, but he's just not giving. He's just not giving bombshell.
Yeah. I don't know. She definitely is.
She's giving bombshell.
1000%. Um so I guess we'll talk about tonight's episode real quick. I'm gonna be so real with you. I skipped to the elimination part.
Really?
Well, it was an hour episode. The elimination started at 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, okay. We haven't even talked about the milking challenge.
Oh my God. I skipped. I skipped so hard. I'm so sorry. Chat,
The milk challenge,
this milk challenge,
which
guys.
is in this episode. When I
So
say that
weird.
I feel so bad for Huda though, because I can't imagine what it feels to get milks after milk after milk. Even though I think the majority of these questions could be about Ace. Who plants seeds in villas and watch it grow? Ace. Who acts weird behind everyone's back? Ace.
You're really coming
And
at Ace, but
I
you have
am,
valid
because it's
points.
true. Because when Shelly was like, I don't know, babe, it's standing right next to you. The answer is right next to you. You gotta look, but
So they do this like milk challenge where the girls are dressed as milkmaids and the guys are like fucking cowboy. Like I don't even know what they were.
I think it's like they were like little Bo Peep. Like it's supposed to be like the like it's supposed to be like a Woody and Bo Peep type
Yeah,
of
it didn't
situation.
hit the way they thought it was going to, in my opinion.
No,
A standout
at
though.
least it's not as gross as the freaking hot dog.
Oh yeah, that
Oh
was
my
bad.
god, I've never been so disgusted in my life.
Well, there was this standout of Nick just drinking that milk, spitting it out, and then someone on Twitter was like, "Did they just reuse the spit milk for the next
Ugh,
people?" And I'm convinced they did.
they
I'm
probably
convinced they
did,
did.
but these people have all probably swapped freaking spit so much that it don't even freaking matter.
I know. They should do a season of Love Island where they all have COVID. There's one person with COVID.
I
It's
know.
like the Traitors.
And just let it spread. Oh my god, you know what I need to freaking that kiss between Huda and Nick was
Oh
crazy.
my God,
And
yeah.
then the kiss of both of Nick and Sierra both kissing a bombshell right next to each other, macking it, bruh,
Well, but
with
then
another person.
what about when Huda was kissing Pepe and
That was insane. And Hannah was like,
Hannah was not here for it?
no.
I understand where she was coming from, but at the same time, I guess Huda was like, I forgot milk so many times. I don't even remember. I didn't know that was what we were supposed to do. And I was like, okay. Okay,
Okay,
guy.
girl.
Okay, guy.
She just needs to own up to it. And I think that's what Hannah was asking for. When she was saying she just thinks Huda was being disrespectful. And she was like, I understand wanting to explore, but I think Huda's being disrespectful about it. And I low-key kind of agree.
Yeah.
I think it's shady not to own up to it, and I think it's shady to kind of deflect it. Just be like, yeah, I kissed your man, and yeah, I'm gonna explore your man. Like, just be honest, be open and honest, because you have to be. Because at the end of the day, okay, people are hating on Hannah for how fast she switched from Charlie to Pepe, but you are on a love show to do exactly that.
Yeah, but you're on a love show, but it's also a competition. You also have to remember there's an aspect of competition of not going home.
That is true, but I'm thinking more that this is literally the premise of the show, is to literally freaking mingle with new people.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree. I'm just saying there's also money at the end of this. And if people are not playing, okay, I admire, this is my take. And I know this is probably problematic. I kind of am like, part of me's like admires the way that Ace is being calculated,
Mm-hmm.
but a part of me is also thinking that it's a little problematic.
It is definitely problematic
But I
because I
wish
think
that he'd be called out for being calculated.
But
Or own it.
I don't think anybody freaking. I think Ace is so calculated to the point where he's planting little seeds, but other people don't see it because they don't
Hmm.
get like the outside perspective that we get. So to them, it's just like Ace is just hating like 24/7, but he's not hating. He's very strategic on what
Yeah.
he like, who he chooses to hate on, and what he chooses to say, and what words he uses. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, that trio is like, and him and Nick are evil twins.
Oh,
Okay,
100%.
evil twins, and then that trio with Taylor too. That's looking a go to like. I'm not even gonna lie. They kind of ate Jeremiah and Huda up during that period of time.
They really did. They really did. Is there anything else from the milk challenge we got to talk about?
Mm, mm, Jeremiah was told he should leave the herd, and we'll get to it, but
He did. He did that. He did indeed leave the herd. Well,
he
we'll get.
did.
I guess we'll get to that now. Um, they were sending two cast members home tonight, which
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, another vote. Find it a little weird that America gets to decide who goes home two times. I find it a little sus.
That is sus, and I
Um,
think it's
I find it a little producer meddling. You know what I find? I find it weird with the votes because what they do is they edit like 24 hours of footage, give us what they want us to see, and then we see this episode and then only have like 2 hours to vote, and it's like, well, it's basically like I feel like the producers are eliminating these people by influencing the America's vote.
no, definitely.
I just
It's
find I
just
don't like it.
it's like giving weird. It's giving literally weird. Um,
But they're all sitting down at the fire, and they were all told that two people need to go home, and they call the safe people one by one, and they leave the boys. Well, they start with the girls. Huda
yeah.
is saved, and I was like, Huda got saved? That's kind of freaking crazy. I thought she'd be the bottom three. She was not the bottom three. The bottom three girls. Well, first of all, these two bombshells were immune from the voting. So it's fair. It's fair. I know we want JD to go home, but it's fair. They just got there.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
They just got there.
I
The,
think Irish should have
the
gone
bottom
home.
three are Iris, Hannah, and Amaya Papaya.
I genuinely don't understand how Hannah went home when I think Hannah genuinely has shown us the most genuineness in the villa.
It's
Iris
so
is
sad.
just boring. Iris is boring and she's not like America, what are we doing?
Well,
Iris is not.
Hannah says it. Hannah goes, "It's really hard to show my face in front of you all, knowing that you voted me home." But she still was like, I love you all, but like it hurts. It hurts especially, not for anything, but she has a genuine connection.
Then Iris doesn't. Like, they should send him home.
But this is the difference between Hannah and that girl last year, Andrea. Is Hannah understands that at the end of the day they were blindsided, told they had to do something, and they did it.
Yeah.
But Iris should have gone home. So we have to dump Hannah. Goodbye, girl. I don't think she's done. I think we'll see more of Hannah soon. That's my opinion. The bottom three boys was kind of crazy. Pepe was in the bottom three, which Loki was actually shocked by. Jeremiah was in the bottom three, not shocked. And Austin, bottom three, not shocked. Out of these three, frankly, they made the right choice of sending home Jeremiah. Even though he had a connection with the new girl, it was about damn time. So he gets sent home, and then Huda and him have a one-on-one, and they hug and they cry and like say that I genuinely have had a connection with you. And Huda's opening up and being like, I've had a really good connection with you, and you going home is very sad, and I actually felt like I met somebody here that actually was they basically were like, through all of the BS, they still like each other.
Yeah.
Which is good. Hurricane Huda, she calmed down.
I think Jeremiah shot himself in the foot so early by being so locked down that I think at this point it's like slim pickings. Like, he didn't really have many people to pick from. And I think people didn't like the way he acted or behaved. And honestly, so much of Huda took over that we didn't even really get to know him. I honestly think that he could have been like a fun staple. Like him talking about his uncle and how he likes comics and he used to watch animated movies with his uncle. Like, and he reviews books on TikTok. Like you
Yeah.
genuinely could have been liked if you hadn't spent so much time, like just like stirring up the pot.
No, I agree. Like, and I mean, with that being said, like, that's all he did. That's all he did the entire time. All he did was he wanted to stir the pot.
No, literally.
And it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, what more could he have done? I felt like his connection with the new girl just was, it's giving, I need to save myself.
Literally.
And I don't know. I'm kind of happy he's gone.
Yeah. I think it'll be better for his mental health as well because it's honestly, I think it was so isolating for Jeremiah because literally his relationship with Huda also drove away all his friends in the villa. Like him and Nick were so close, and Nick doesn't even want to be around him anymore.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's so isolating that none of the boys liked him. So I think honestly he'll be great to
Well,
leave.
he'd be dumped, which means little Iris, she's all alone. Not for
But she
long.
be making out with freaking TJ in Soul Ties. So
Into Soul Tides, child. She's making out with our vice president. She, do you think that they know? Do you think that they know?
no, I don't think they know.
Well, he knows.
They're not told.
He knows.
He knows because he is a part of it, but
He knows. Well, that was pretty much our recap. I guess final
I'm
thoughts are that. What are final thoughts?
my final thoughts are I can't believe that the Islanders chose to vote off Hannah. And
Yeah,
I say this because genuinely out of all of those, I would have sent home Iris because I think Iris made less of a relationship with these people. Hannah was always there for them. Hannah literally was with Huda all the time, and I don't understand why they would have voted Hannah off.
it's just it's weird. Is it
Because
not
she seems so
strange?
genuine. She seems so genuine with these people. And like Iris, I think literally Iris is so boring. She's like a bland piece of paper bread. I haven't seen her talk or interact with anybody.
A bland piece of paper bread.
Like there's
Yeah,
not
she's a bland piece of paper bread, is what you just
there's
said.
literally because there's genuinely like I don't know if it's editing or what it is, but they're just she's too nonchalant.
It's yeah.
Like a bomb could literally land on Love Island and she'd be like, oh yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing. Is it's not that she's a problem. It's that she's way too nonchalant for the show.
And this is why I would put Iris at freaking. If we're doing our pyramid, I would put her on the bottom.
So that's what I'm saying. So with Jeremiah Gone, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? Be
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we're going to do is we have a bottom 4. Who's taking your bottom 4? So Iris is going bottom 4?
Iris is going bottom 4 for me.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
TJ would also be bottom 4 for me as well because I think TJ is boring as well. Granted I haven't like gotten to know him really, but I think he's just really boring.
JD.
I think him and Iris deserve to be on the bottom 4 together, macking it up.
1000%. They'll be together.
I
Who's
would
next? I mean, oh shit.
I would put probably I would put. See, I was gonna say Ace, but there's something about Ace that makes me respect him. So I think he would go on the
I think
a layer above this.
I think Austin.
Austin too, I think can go here.
I think Austin's going bottom 4 for solely the fact that I don't find him interesting and I don't like his TikTok reposts. But hit perfect. He's with his man. He voted for JD. He's there.
Who else would I put on the bottom?
We have one more spot. It is between Shelly, Ace, Olandria, Taylor, Huda, Nick, Sierra, Pepe, Andrina, and Amaya. Unfortunately, I don't hate this person. Okay. I feel like it's Pepe. And for
Yeah,
the
I
sole
was thinking
fact
that too.
Not that we don't like him,
I just don't.
we don't know enough about him.
I don't know enough about him, and like genuinely, I just don't. Like it's fine, whatever. He's just there. Like I don't know. He's whatever.
And
I'm
after
like warming up
saying
to him, but it's
that's it,
fine.
it's after saying that I was surprised that he was in the bottom tonight. I am not now. Okay, next layer. Ace
I
is
would say
getting that
Ace.
spot. Ace should be in the bottom, but I find him
Intriguing.
sometimes very intriguing. Do I
I think the way
agree with the things he does? Not always,
no,
but I'm interested.
but I'm quite interested. I put Huda too.
I so well, let's get a different person in first because I think I have a different opinion on Huda. I think that the Angelina goes there solely we don't know enough about her yet.
Yeah.
Now, I do like her a lot, but also I don't know enough about her. But I know enough about her that I like her more than fucking JD Vance down there.
Yeah.
You say Huda.
I would say Huda.
You don't think Taylor?
No, because I think a lot of Huda's personal growth came from the people in the villa. So
I
I
think
think any
yeah.
changes we
I
see in Huda came from Taylor and Sierra and these people all like showing her support and being like, you can do better than
I
this.
think she can I think she could move up though. I truly believe that if she can move up in this next week.
Yeah,
She has the
probably.
chance. She has the chance.
I just think not Taylor because I think if Taylor hadn't like watched their conversation, Huda and Jeremiah would have fucking argued again in
Do we
that.
like Huda more than Amaya Papaya?
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like Amaya more than
You
Huda.
like Amaya more than Huda?
I do because I think Amaya is really genuine, and I think there's something about Huda that even if she's like a girl's girl, it doesn't feel like she's a girl's girl. It feels like she's being nice to get something out of it.
Well, do you follow Huda's? Have you seen Huda's gym TikToks where
Yes, I have.
she's been helping? She helped. Did you see the one where she helped the girl who was like alone outside and thought she was gonna get hurt?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that awesome?
I think that is awesome, but I think that's also just like a lot of the time the bare minimum for women for other women.
You're not wrong.
Like it's just like a thing that's expected of you is to take care of other women.
So personally, I would put Nick next.
Um,
I put no. I take that back. I think I'd put Taylor.
I put Taylor next.
I'd put Taylor next, but I think that yeah, I put Taylor next. Again, I don't hate him. But he's never shown.
There's not a lot going on.
But
And
I
next,
think that
I would low-key put Alandria next to him, just because they never show Alandria either.
they don't show her unless she's comforting somebody.
Like, genuinely, Alandria, babe, I don't think I know a single thing about you.
But that okay. Am I wrong though to say that that's how I felt about Serena and Cordell?
I know you're not wrong.
That's how I felt about Serena and Cordell.
I love them, though.
Now, yeah, I do too. But also, that's how I be feeling. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Nick comes up the next layer. I don't.
Who's left?
So left we have Nick, Shelly, and Sierra.
I put Nick, then Shelly, then Sierra.
I agree. I agree because I'm actually enjoying Nick sometimes. Like, I'm as a D1 Nick hater.
I think Nick is really funny, and I think genuinely, I think that first week with Beldasha was like bad and made everyone like hate him and think he was the villain. But I think him and Beldasha just did not like. I think they had no chemistry.
Sitting here in the soul ties. I miss
Like
Beldasha.
I liked Beldasha, I really do. I thought she was awesome. But I also get it, Nick getting up because I don't think they had any chemistry, and I think Nick realized that he needed to lock in.
I just don't like the way he went about it, but also they for sure had no chemistry.
No, not at all.
So that's our pyramid pretty much. I mean, let me move these pictures down so we can let our girls Sierra fit. But I kind of agree with most of it. I guess my one thing I might be a little different on is I actually enjoy Huda more than you do.
Yeah.
But also I think that she can have a lot of growth within this next week.
Yeah.
With that being said, if she doesn't, then I might have to give up. I might have to stop. Might have to stop dreaming because
If she doesn't have any
you
more
know.
growth, for me, she will be moving to the bottom of the pyramid. Because I think to have all these people tell you what is going on and why they are upset with you, and for you not to clock it and understand what's not clocking
What's
to
not
you? It's
clocking
not
to you?
clocking to you.
That's the
I'm
best. That
standing
is
on
my
business.
favorite. That is my favorite new meme because it fits with so everything.
It really does. You
Someone
look
at
too
our
normal.
someone at our trivia night, their name was "What's not clocking."
What's not clocking? You look too normal to be doing this job. That makes me giggle every time.
They should put him in here. Him and Huda would get along.
Dude, Justin Bieber?
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Huda would get along. Um, who in this leftover cast would you want to hang out with the most?
Like outside of the villa?
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say Nick and Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
And Shelly too.
100%.
I think Nick, Sierra, and Shelly, that top three, I think would be such a riot to hang out with. And I think Taylor would be a riot to hang out with too, I'm not gonna lie.
He seems fun, but he's a little too quirky sometimes. So I'm like,
It's like
I
I
get turned
get
off by
cringed
it.
out.
Yeah,
Like we could I could hang out with him for maybe 2 hours max, and then we're gonna sit down, me, Nick, Shelly, and Sierra in a different room away from him.
I truly would like to know more about. I truly would like to know more about Pepe.
Too.
Huh?
I would too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he's never shown. Like, I'm telling, like,
He
some of these
is.
people are never shown. Huda was the only person shown this week. I swear to God.
She was, and they were showing her doing like her sipping her green juice. Like, let a girl live. Let a girl drink her juice. God damn.
No protein. I'll just
No
remake these
protein.
pancakes. I was like, child. Well, that was Love Island so far. Not bad.
Not at all.
Not a bad season. Kind of loving it. People are comparing it to last year. I don't think it's comparable.
No, last year was just so crazy.
But this season's pretty fucking. It's pretty on par. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
My only issue is I wish they showed more people.
I think the reason why this season doesn't quite like hit that on parness for me is because I think last season there was drama coming from everybody.
Yeah.
There's coming from Rhea and Rob. There's drama from Serena and Cordell. There's drama
Kaylor.
from Taylor and Aaron. Like there was drama from everyone. Whereas this season, I feel like the only significant notable drama is Huda and Jeremiah, because like the Ace and Amaya Papaya drama was like literally to me like it was just Ace being disrespectful as a human being, and that was like really it. Um, and other than that, I don't think there's been any huge major arguments. Maybe Beldasha and Nick, but even then, that wasn't even really because they didn't know each other enough for it to actually be a betrayal. It was just like
I miss Beldasha. She was my fave.
she's silly.
I'm
She's such a
sorry.
silly girl.
I guess she's on like a social media break from what her manager said, but also like
I get it though, because I think if I got off the show, I'd go on a social media break too. Because I
Yeah.
imagine how overwhelming it must be to see what everybody thinks about you all at once. Like, I hope they put Huda on a social media break because I generally don't think it's healthy for her to come out of this experience and see what everybody is saying about her.
Oh, she might crash out again. She's going to crash out on her TikTok. I will say, this reunion is going to be messy.
Oh, it's going to be messy because they're not in a house anymore. So I feel like people are going to say stuff now that they truly and actually think and not just lie to each other. And
Jeremiah's going to get chewed out. And
he is
Ace and
gonna get chewed out.
Ace and Shelly are going to get shit
And
served to them
I
too.
truly hope that Ace gets fucking called out for being a freaking weirdo. And I hope everybody realizes the fact that Ace has been playing all of them like a fiddle since day one.
You keep saying
So-
this, yet he is the second to last tier, not even hitting bottom tier.
Here's the thing, though. No. Wait, here's the thing. I think he's a deplorable human being, but there's something so interesting about the way his brain works. Like, the fact that he knows before anybody else, like, he, like, clocks it right away. The way that when Huda told him he's a child, that she has a child, he, like, understood immediately what she was trying to guilt trip him, and he goes, so was my mom.
Yeah. It's pretty iconic. You know what?
And there's something
You
about
know
that
what?
forwardness that makes me like Ace.
Am I?
But I
Hold
also
on, hold
hate
on.
him.
Hear me out. Am I tripping? Okay, this might be crazy, but putting Ace in Taylor's position.
I think I get it.
Because now that you said that, I'm like, why am I, you know,
But Ace is just so deceptive that I can't help but love him. And maybe it's because that he's doing the exact same thing to us that he's doing to the Islanders. That makes the Islanders love him for some reason.
within this 30 minutes, we flip-flopped so hard. Because I'm pretty sure, like, a few, like, minutes ago, we said we fucking hate Ace, and now we're fucking talking up Ace right now.
Now we're being like, Ace, you're awesome. Like, he's awesome, but, like, genuinely, the way you think is so interesting. Because I think Ace is what Jeremiah wanted to be. Like, Jeremiah wanted to be someone who, like, could play his cards right. Ace truly has played. He hasn't shown any cards he doesn't need to show.
He'd be so good at Big Brother. So good at Big
Genuinely.
Brother. Here's my week 4 prediction. I think that Nick's gonna get messy. I know that they just, they just regained the relationship and stuff. Nick's gonna be messy as hell.
You think so?
I do. I truly believe Nick will be messy as hell because of how messy he was at the beginning. If she's not there, I don't think he'll feel as guilty. I truly don't. He didn't feel guilty the first time when she was there, with her not being there.
But I also think the reason why I didn't feel so guilty when Belbasha was because it was literally like a couple days. Like this is
This is what I'm saying, okay? Austin is gonna be messy.
Austin's gonna be messy because I don't think he has any loyalty.
Pepe can be messy. Iris can be messy. Huda can be messy. Adriana, she can be messy. Taylor will be faithful. Ace will be faithful. Amaya, messy as hell. Amaya won't be
I really,
messy.
truly don't think Ace will be faithful.
I do.
Because when that bombshell walked in, I think he'll try and pull an Aaron. Where he'll be unfaithful and he'll try to cover it up.
No.
And he'll come back single.
No. He got what he wanted. They got their pregame plan. Remember their plan? They said, Jilly, I know you got casted. You'll be going to Fiji in a few months. No.
I see that plan, but I low-key don't buy it.
We'll see.
I don't buy it. Because I genuinely do not buy it. Because I think that if that were the case, they wouldn't have like stuck together and been like in a love triangle. I think it would have been more of to get people off their backs, more exploring, and then together at the end, boom.
I buy it because they're not talking about it on the show. It's very taboo. It's out on the internet and everyone knows, and I think it's true. But they don't
see the internet.
No, I'm not talking about the cast members. I'm talking about the edit.
What do you mean?
It's never discussed that they know each other.
It's discussed in the first episode.
In the first episode, but I'm saying since that like the internet like found out confirmation, it's very taboo. The show is not talking about this or giving it any light.
But I feel like at the same time, I don't think they necessarily have to.
I don't know. I truly think that Ace will be good. Maya's gonna get done dirty.
I don't think Ace will be good just because Ace, when that first freaking bombshell walks it every time his head turns, and I think Ace, as calculated as he is, I think his one weakness is the fact that he can't say no to himself.
Most people can't.
I think the desire of having a bunch of baddie women around him will take over, and any type of calculation in his head is gone.
Especially this new baddie.
And especially the new baddie. When she walked in, he was like, "Oh, I'm about to get in that." And then Huda was like, "Shelly," and Shelly was like, "Well, I'll remember that."
My God, that's so funny. I don't blame Ace.
It's like I genuinely don't think he's gonna be faithful at all. But I think he might try and pull an Aaron, where he's gonna be unfaithful the whole time, and then he's gonna pull up and single and expect nothing to have happened.
Single, broke, unemployed. Yeah.
He's gonna pull up, and everybody's gonna be like, "What's going on?" He's gonna be like, "Guys, I didn't see."
I could eat my words, but truly, I believe that Nick will be messy next week. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Which, when this airs, yesterday. Because Tuesday is Monday.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that was Love Island USA season 7. A recap. Episodes, you know, the ones we talked about. If you liked that, you can keep watching. And if you didn't, you don't have to. I'm not gonna make you. Anyways, chat. The first Therynless episode was a success.
Yeah.
Knowing him, we'll probably have a Therynless episode next week as well.
You know, Theryn.
But it's
you
okay.
know.
But it's okay.
You know how he is.
It's okay. When he watches this, he'll be like, "Oh my god!" That's how I know if he watched. If he's gonna bring up this conversation or not.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh my god, how could you do that? How could you say those things about me?"
Anyways, chat. Do we have any last words?
You know, guys, stay fresh, stay young. Enjoy the next couple Love Island episode. Well, the next Love Island episode.
Week 4.
And
Week 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys love it.
By the time
yeah.
you're watching this, I'm sure Nick's already 25 seconds.
We should predict
deep
who we
into-
think is gonna get kicked off next.
Who's going home next? Amaya.
Mm-hmm.
No,
think
no,
Amaya
no, no,
could
no,
buy
no, no, no,
Austin,
no,
I
no,
think.
No. Who's going home next? Iris.
Oh, Iris, I think. Iris or Austin, or maybe both
Well,
of them.
I don't really think we can make a genuine prediction because we don't know who these Casa people are. I don't know anything about
right.
them.
You're
Because
right.
anything can happen.
You're right, low key.
But if Casa wasn't happening, I'd say Amaya or Iris.
Mm-hmm.
Or TJ.
Let me say, for as of right now, who are my top 3 and who I am predicting to be the top 3 at the end of this? I believe to be Nick and Sierra, Shelly and Ace, and Taylor and Alandria. Those are my top 3 as we head into this. But who knows what will happen?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I think we're only halfway. This is the halfway mark, I'm pretty sure.
Casa Amor, yes.
So
I'm so excited
yeah.
for movie night. So excited.
Oh my god.
Because they all talk mad shit about each other
Yeah.
behind each other's backs, so I
They do
cannot
all the time.
wait.
I'm so excited for post-season drama on Twitter. They better film that reunion quick. I don't want to wait. I want it now.
I want it right after.
And you know what?
Do it in Fiji, Rev.
You know what they should do? I'm sorry. This is a hot take. I'm gonna get canceled, but I don't like Ariana as a host. I really don't.
Yeah, let's reboot her.
I don't think a host should be I don't like the way that she'll talk about the contestants on After Sun.
Yeah.
I think a host should be as impartial as they can be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
that Paige DeSorbo should be the host of Love Island USA.
They should do that.
Or Boston Rob, you can pick one. And I think Andy Cohen should host the reunion. Because nobody will die. But that's the thing is should she be hosting a reunion when she already has preconceived notions and bias of who she likes and who she
Definitely
doesn't?
not.
Or at
Definitely
least
not.
Andy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to get someone completely unrelated to the show.
Even you can't get Leah or any of you literally need a
Impartial person.
Honestly, the person who could host it could be Ian, the fucking voiceover dude, because at the end of the day, you need someone so impartial. Yeah,
Literally.
that's my opinion. Anyways, chat, we'll be back one day.
We'll be back.
One day.
Hey.
As
Peace out.
as Huda would say, no protein.
No protein?